welcome guys. Today I will talk about the change of the music throughout the passing the years. Music is an important element for the people's life. Over the years, the music has changed and adapted to the tastes of the people. In the 90s, the most popular genre was pop. Britney Spears started her singing career. I will talk about the greatest singers of the past. First, Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury was a British singer, vocalist of the rock band Queen. Two is Celine Dion. Celine Dion is a Canadian singer, dominated the pop charts in the 90s. We have Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was an American singer and actress, amazing global sales of 86 million of copies. Number 4, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was an American singer and he was the best-selling music at least. Thank you for paying attention. See you soon.
In this session of New Perspective, we focus on the subject ways to enjoy the life more and tips to achieve more productive and healthy life, avoiding mental stress. We will also talk about the personality type of people. They are divided into positive and negative. You must take advantage of your life, be a good person, find helpful and easy to get along. Tips to avoid the accumulation of stress. Tip number 1. Use an agenda to dedicate enough time to each activity. Please. Take things slowly and always look for solutions, like this or this. Dedicate time for your hobby, like play the piano. Be a positive and happy person. Always smile.
Hello, today we are in Animal Curiosities. And today we have rain content for you. From interviews, videos, memes, everything to you to spend an incredible afternoon. Then I will present a video of my cat that they do when they are alone. And what they eat. This, if anyone is interested to adopt one. So let's start. Here we see how my cat is completely asleep. Even if it tries to wake up, it doesn't do anything, just sleep. I have to tell you that my cat in another life was lazy. One day after reading so much, my cat really exploded. If you are interested to adopt one cat, you have to spend all your money in food. But in return, it will you give all the love that the cat can give you. Okay, there were many videos for today. Better we go to the section of very curiosity animals. This is the top number 5 of curiosities of animals that you never knew in your life. Number 1. The giraffe is the only mammal that hasn't vocal cords, so it is completely silent. Number 2. However strange it may seem, sea fish may suffer from thirst. What a disgusting! The fly will eat its food and then is eating again. Number 4. When an ant dies inside a house, its body releases an odor that attracts other ants that are responsible for boiling it. This is teamwork. And number 5. The giraffe sleeps like a university student because she sleeps only 7 minutes a day, and she does it standing up. Now we have seen several curiosities of animals that we have never heard about that. They are of analysis. Now, we will use something to help not only your pets, but also the pets that don't have a home, then arrive. In this case, we will make a dispenser for dogs, cats, whatever you want. The first step is to get 3 plastic bottles that the section is not completing around. Once we have the 3 bottles, use selection 1 and cut the base of this. Now you place a sheet of paper on one of the 3 bottles that you selection and stick it with the tape on the mark the base on it. Then good work with mark. Thanks to this hole that we just made, the animal can eat. Now we cut a piece in the front of the bottle that you just cut. Now, to our 3 bottle, we will cut the top of the part. Now we will make a hollow that doesn't exceed the height of our original bottle.
Hello guys, today I'm going to talk about the differences between our parents' generation and our generation. Starting with this, I have one big example, and it's that our parents were more respectful with our grandparents. In that time, everyone was so polite. Another difference is the way they got the things they want. They worked more for the things. Their parents didn't give the things easily, and different from us that we got almost instantly the things we want. There are exceptions when parents don't give things easily because they're applying the same way their parents apply to them.
Welcome to the station, your free time. Today we will talk about which are 2 most touristic places in Monterrey, and we will see what are the activities that can be done. Here is the hall. What is the main center of touristic attraction? Well, in Monterrey there are many things. For our thesis today we will focus on outdoor places. The freezing corner is with the children games, girls, tables and benches in the area next to which the rival places flags, big jumpers and polars. From here the path of several hundred meters leads to the waterfall. Its name is due to the fact the fall of 25 meters of height takes a building shape similar to tail a horse. From the canyon of the Sierra Madre Oriental, this waterfall can water throughout the year. In the park and adjacent areas there are craft stalls, candy and refreshment stores, horseback riding and cart rides. The next one is the Parque Estrella. participation in the Teherese Safari, a half-hour tour in an open truck to lakes to large meadows, and areas where graze a wild large. Hybrids such as deer, zebras, American bison, hippos, wilson, and many more. During the trip, you visit the paradise of the griffin, and you have the opportunity to get close to this long-necked animal from Africa, and you can feel them, tell them. The Barabara tries to take you serenation, rain dogs, and turtles. In Bioparque Estrella, there are other attractions with a slightly more didactic orientation, such as the Mountain Museum, the Great Wheel Station, the Bird Garden, the Yucca Garden, the Dinosaur Land Park, and the orchards. These are two of the touristic centers of garden attraction in the city. It is necessary to mention two more important, but that will be another edition of this program. I hope I was foreign that and training them.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will talk about the different music genders. Most of the people prefer listen music are pop, reggae, rock, and jazz. Most of the people think that music is a kind of international language. I think the music is a good idea for the world because the music can stop the stress and other problems. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Now, let's talk a little about reality. What we humans are doing towards the poor and defenseless animals. A little more than 5 decades ago, naturalists began to use the concept of extinction, and this began to become increasingly popular to designate a phenomenon that human activity was causing throughout the planet: the disappearance of species of flora and wildlife. The constant expansion of the human over nature causes the destruction of the animal food chain, increasing the status of the species, including the human, whose substitutes thanks to the modern natural hazardous species with the difference that ours is the only one that harms the environment. These are some of the species that are in danger of extinction. 1. The polar bear or white bear. 2. Java listeners. 3. The tigers. 4. The kangaroos. 5. The mountain gorilla. 6. The leatherback turtle. 7. Panda bears. Among 1,029,000 species more. why here we give you several tips so that together with me we help all those species that can disappear forever from here. Number 1. Education from children to loving care for nature. And nature. Protection of ecosystems. Be aware of global warming and avoid actions that increase it. Make donations to corporations that are specialty in caring animals. Then I already know what do you do. There are 3 rarest animals in the world. Number 1. Bergamasco. Rising in the cold Alps, this dog breeding is not only a pet, but it cleans the floor. And that is the photograph. 2. Fira chilensis, the living roca. On Chilean beaches, there is no creature that knows how to communicate better than them. And that's the photograph. Pezzuran or pez gota lives in the depths of Australia and Tasmania. Its flesh is like a jelly, less dense than water, which gives it a particular look. And then is the photograph. They do have a very unique and original look. Now you know the 3 rarest animals in the world. You expect them, didn't you? Buy or adopt? A question that marches to make a great debate in the society. But here we will tell you that what is right. Adoption represents giving a second chance to a dog, a cat, a living being that is strongly to live and that unique what is looking for is a home and who gives so much love. There are so many animals of different size, color, races of the streets. To buy will be a really bad decision. You decide whether to save. These are really 10 reasons to adopt. Number 1. You will witness the positive change in the new puppy. 2. They are very grateful. 3. It is very rewarding. 4. Care for you. 5. It is the most original animal that you will find. He's my dog, Rocky. He has adopted because he doesn't have family, and my family and I decided to adopt it because the adoption is the better decision that you can decide it, and you can have a puppy like this with a beautiful hair and a origin that really gives you all the love that he can. A very emotional phrase that I found was, "We are not going to change the world by helping an animal, but unless the world will have changed for it." After we have seen all this, a little of the great variety of things, what we can discover of the animals, we are enough. We conclude this section where I hope you have a good learning and have fun. In this section, in your curiosity section of animals. We'll see you soon because this is not goodbye, Corazón, so conclude a great stage, alert stage.
Okay guys, given an example of letting parents, there was a story where you can perfectly appreciate it. In this occasion, it was said that some people under 15 years old had a car accident. This happened because the children were partying and drinking alcohol. And here's a question: why did the parents of those children let the children act that way? Once some guys will leave the party, one of them offered to take them home, and here are some important facts to emphasize. Those children didn't know each other. Why do you accept that a stranger will take you home? The child was drunk. That means he was not going to have much control while driving. And this is what I think most important. Why did the child's parent let him use the car? I say this because the children ended up in an accident and many of them died to the deception of the guy who was driving. This is due in large part of the responsibility of the parents. It can be noticed that they are not aware of them and let them act as the children want. Situations like this can be avoided if the parents educate adequately their child.
Hi, my name is Valeria and I have a 10 question for you.
And what kind of questions do you have for me?
Questions about animals?
Animals.
Yes.
Right.
Number 1. Should animals be adopted or be bought?
They must be adopted
Why?
because it's the better way to give a home to a homeless animal.
Okay. How could you change the mind of people who mistreat the animals?
Talking with them, what is he doing that?
What could be done to improve the treatment of the animals?
Maybe give them rights as we as humans have.
Do animals have to be used for benefit of the humans?
It depends. I'm against any practice that could hurt any animal. But in some medical research, we can have information without hurt them.
Should animals be kept in zoos?
In zoo?
In zoos?
What's that?
Zoos like when the animals are enclosed in houses.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
No? How people can take care of their animals or presuming people who mistreat them?
Probably.
I don't know.
Maybe since we are kids, we are taught to do what in the future we will do. So since we are toddlers, we need to teach our kids to be kind with the animals.
How can the social media affect the care of animals? Through social networks, people can show their contacts about how important is it to take care of them. Why is it important to keep your pet clean and vaccinated? In order to avoid infection that can cause us some kind of long-term damage and also for hygiene.